right. Today we have Llarance Turner. Llarance, give us an overview of who you are. Give us where you're at in your career journey and your educational journey.
Yeah, so my name is Llarance Turner. I'm from Houston, Texas. I am 4 months out from being a doctorate student at Howard University. I have received my bachelor's of nutrition at Lamar University in Texas, my master's in health and human performance at Texas Southern University. I have certain certifications such as my CSCS, which allowed me to coach at Texas Southern as well as University of Houston. And then I'm a Houstonian. That's the biggest thing that I'll say for sure. But yeah, that's pretty much a summary of who I am.
And what part of Houston are you from?
Okay, Missouri City.
You
Most
know,
people when they hear Houston, they just hear Houston. So I just leave it there.
right. I have a good buddy that's from Mo City, a guy named
Okay.
Aaron. He went
And
to
what?
Aaron Geis.
Okay.
Yeah, he went to school with me down at FAMU, and he was one of my best guys. I haven't talked to him in a while. I got to reach out to Aaron. Shout out to Aaron. So I
Yes.
know a little bit about Houston, but I've never been to Houston. I don't. Everybody's like, how can you have never been to Houston?
Yeah, that's surprising. Houston is a beautiful city. A lot
All
of
right.
food.
Yeah, definitely. Now you DM'd us on Instagram, just sending us the post that you had where you were talking to students about health. And then I immediately reached out to you and said, let's jump on a podcast. And you agreed, and here we are. I never do that. I never really just say, hey, let's do it. It's one of those where something just felt right. Something just I kind of saw a mission that you're on. I saw how the students were interacting with you. And then I just scrolled through your Instagram real quick, and I saw you with your family. I saw you with your sister, your mother, and your father. And it reminded me of my nuclear family, of my sister, my mother, and my father. So I just reached out, and then you accepted. So I appreciate that. Now,
Yes,
in
sir.
that, yeah. Now, in that video, you were having students step forward if they had done something healthy or had done a healthy activity. You had them step back if they had consumed or took part in unhealthy activities. Talk to me about that exercise and what did the students learn from that?
When we think of health, a lot of times people kind of individualize different components of health. So sometimes when people think of health, they only think about what are they eating. Sometimes when people think about health, they think about are they drinking alcohol. Some people think about mental health. And there's a lot of components to health. And because health is associated with how we live our life, the quality of our living, and everything else, I wanted to make sure that my students at a younger age recognize that you have to think about every aspect of health, because if you don't, then you'll mess around and have a lower quality of living and you not be able to diagnose what the root of the problem is. So for example, there are some people who believe that as long as I'm exercising, then I'm taking care of my health, not realizing that, hey, what you're eating also can affect your health, or the stress that you experience can also affect your health. So to me, it's just important of making sure that people are aware of every component of health. And the reason why I specifically want to do it is because we don't have enough Black faces that can truly talk about health, that are certified to talk about health. We have a lot of people who are kind of Instagram gurus, and I'm not saying that they're not knowledgeable, but sometimes we need that vote of confidence to recognize that we have someone that actually went to school, took time and years out of their life to dedicate their life towards this. So then when you get advice from someone such as myself, you have the confidence of recognizing that, okay, this isn't just something he Googled a couple times and gave us this information. This is something that he studied for years from case studies and so forth else. So again, I just want to make sure that we have a Black face in this culture that can represent health in general and give out the knowledge and people receive it. And something that my students always tell me is that they love when I teach them because I'm able to give them certain analogies that maybe an older professor couldn't do. So I love that I'm kind of that gap that can bridge my parents' generation to the younger generation.